Hello, everyone. Welcome to Good Game Nights presenting Wildspace. I'm going to be your host this evening. My name is Ryan. We have a wonderful cast tonight. We have Sean and Savannah and Barry. And normally we'll also have Alex, but not tonight. We're not that lucky. Um, right off the top, just want to really quickly let you all know if you're watching this live and you're enjoying what you're watching, you just keep sticking around. We got lots more content. Make sure you follow. And I think our next game that we're going to have is going to be tomorrow, Friday, actually every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Neon Souls, which is the Sprawl. Is that the system you're using? It's a Sprawl run by Sean here with a bunch of other great players in the GDK group. So real glad to see you here tonight. And goodness gracious, are there any other announcements that we have that we'd like to share at this moment? Or should we just go ahead and dip right in?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, then. I know that the stream is not hearing this music, but it's important to me for saying mute. So I'm going
Sorry,
to
working on it.
change a track. It's just going to be our little secret. Um, all right. To some, the expanse of wild space represents nothing but cold, infinite indifference. But to you, at least in this moment, flying through the cosmos in the tired cargo vessel Arcturus, out into deep space, far from any habitable star system, you can't help but feel utterly seen underneath the distant radiance of trillions of points of light that surround you. For some of you, this brings comfort, and for others of you, anything but. Inside the Arcturus, in the mess hall, a robotic armature kitchenette slides along its ceiling rails and presents a meal for an odd looking figure wearing a brimmed, feathered hat. Um, if you will, sir, it is impolite to wear a hat while dining.
Would you buy it if I said it was stuck there?
The armature tilts its head at this response, and failing to come up with a response, slides back into the kitchen area, defeated. Nearby, in the solarium observation deck, a tall, slender woman peers out a domed window, surrounded by ornate piles of pillows stacked up neatly. Behind her, at the entrance, the door swishes open on its hydraulics as a small insectoid creature wearing a six-armed jacket slowly walks into the room. Inside her mind, she hears, Gwen, are you all right?
Yes. Help, thank you.
We'll be there soon.
I hope so.
And almost as if in answer, a voice crackles over the intercoms. Uh, You're gonna want to see this. It's there, just like Jules said it'd be. Meet me in the triangle table room. I guess, did we call it the war room? What do you call it? I didn't see nothing on the door. The voice says to someone clearly next to him.
Let's call it the war room. That sounds better.
So, meeting around an obnoxious triangular shaped table. Gwen, Milo, Vincent, Help, and a small gnome with blue skin and dark hair named Drew. He types a few things onto a terminal, and a holographic image shows up in front of you. What looks in the middle of the space, in this star background, it seems to be just like a puncture in the middle of space. I know what you're thinking. You look at this and you're like, oh, it's a black hole. No, it's not a black hole. Calm down. It's not that. It's actually just it's just a black dwarf. All right. It's just a really, really dead star. Okay. The calculations Jules made led us right to this point. We've done scans around the surface of it, and we found it. The Lightbringer. The ship of the Prophet Baral. Now look, Jules had this figured out. We're prepped for this. Down there, you know, it's not that hot. It's not hot no more. It's all cold and dead, but its gravity is gonna be intense. So that's why we brought the grav pod. And we've also got these suits for you. It's gonna help keep us from just popping. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, there's only 4 seats in the pod, and we're expecting someone to come back up with us. So, Vincent, he's gonna stay up here, keep the ship in orbit. But this is my first op to run, so I don't know what to do now. Do I open up questions to the crowd or something?
No, I think we just prepare to go.
All right, well, that sounds good to me. So, follow me to the cargo bay, and we'll suit up. And the 3 of you move to the cargo bay, where you see, let's see, yeah, you see kind of these 3 kind of like, they look like deep sea diving suits, kind of like really enormous, like domed helmets. They have also hydraulic joints to help you actually move along with these heavy boots. It takes you some time to suit up, but quickly or like soon enough, you're all able to suit up and climb into this spherical grav pod, which is basically looks almost like an escape pod, but this one has enormous engines on it, designed to break the gravity well of the black dwarf once you've reached the surface. So the 3 of you strap yourselves in. In the cockpit, Vincent hits a button. The cargo bay doors slide open, and the sphere slips out for a moment, then begins to plummet down towards this enormous black sphere. And by enormous, it's about Earth size. But it's as dense as the sun. So you careen down, even in your pressure suits, you still feel deeply uncomfortable. Every mile you get closer to the surface. The engines roar to life, slowing your descent, shaking the whole craft violently. When you hear and feel a sudden lurch as you slam onto something metallic. Looking out the window, you see that you have landed on top of an enormous starship, about 300 meters long, splayed out and lying dormant on what looks to be almost a perfectly just like a sheet of black glass that goes as far as you can see in every direction. Blue lasers spring into life, slicing through the hull beneath you, creating an airlock. And as it clears and lands with a tremendous sound, boom. Who is the first to jump down into the dark?
Probably me.
Yeah, it's definitely not Drew. All right, you leap down first. Your heavy suit slamming into the hull, or to the bulkhead. In every direction, it's dark. I believe you have dark vision, so that will be fine. Mm-hmm. But there is a long hall, and the other two of you get down. Drew the least gracefully, and he begins to lead the way. He's like,
the solar batteries should be this way. If you follow me.
Okay.
And he, for his own sake, he clicks on a few lamps on his shoulders that bathe the room in this cool blue light. As you walk down the hallways, on the walls, you see like laser etchings of titans and celestials, of some figure bearing similar symbols that someone you used to know wore. In time, you all are moving not as fast as normal. For now, your movement is halved in these suits. You clunk down the hallways until you reach a massive chamber that opens up, and you see two enormous cylindrical tubes, for lack of a better word, or turbines really, that are flanked on either side of the room. Drew just kind of slows his walk and looks around in wonder, then points to a sort of raised platform in between the two turbines.
There. I, I think we should put them there.
And he waits for Gwen.
You sure?
Yeah. These solar batteries, this is where they used to, and they called it the aperture. This is where they used to draw on solar energy and store it. And looking by, these things are in pretty good shape despite being lost here for who knows how long. There might just be enough energy left in them. And I can point them here. I can push that energy in there, and the math says it works.
Well, then we have to trust it. Okay.
And then Drew kind of goes over to some control panels. Milo, do you do anything to? What's your idle animation?
Probably just if they need help, I'll help. I'll just be keeping watch and just excited that we're gonna bring somebody back from the dead.
Fantastic.
Exciting.
So, Gwen, you carefully place the diamond in the center of this platform while Drew is working at this terminal. You have a few moments if you want to say anything to the diamond or do anything. I don't know. I'm just giving you a moment to do something. You don't have to do anything with it.
I do want to say something to the diamonds.
Okay.
I want to take out the holy book that I now have, that I took from Rosh's room, and just start to read some passages from it.
While you're reading that, after several minutes, Drew finally thinks that he's got the device set up.
All right, if you want to stand back, I'm ready to throw the switch.
Be careful.
Oh. And don't worry, I also have a stasis field set up, because we don't have a suit. So it's gonna take us a little bit to move. So don't worry about that. And they won't just get crushed immediately when we bring them back. I thought this through.
With that, he's like, flips the switch, and a deep hum begins to reverberate throughout the vessel. The turbines begin to turn faster and faster. Solar energy begins to collect at these two separate apertures. A blinding white light begins to collect there. Some solar shields slam down shut on all of your helmets, just automatically to keep from blinding you all. As this light builds and builds and builds and begins to be focused on the singular point in the center of the room, the heat in the room beginning to build, dust beginning to just like spiral out in a kind of tornadic cyclone around it and spreading out through the room. The diamond glows brighter and brighter and brighter until it's impossible to see it all. And in another in another view, maybe a mile away, you see the distant light bursting from the Lightbringer vessel, and shapes begin to writhe on the surface of the black dwarf and begin to move towards the light. But back in the ship itself, there is a resounding crack and a boom, kind of like a decompression boom that kind of shakes through the whole ship, a burst of light, and then there is kind of half kneeling. What do you call it? They have to call it. It's a superhero pose style. There's a name for that, right?
It's like Terminator coming in.
Yeah, Terminator.
Yeah.
Exactly, Terminator pose. Knees. There is a figure in the room. Luminous as never before. As Roshel is right before you. The solar shields come back up.
Is this the
Where
right
am
guy?
I?
Yes.
Gwen. Is that you? He just runs up and
Okay, you
gives
try
her a
to
hug.
run and you can't.
What's going
You-
on?
You get like a step and then just like get like crushed down to the floor. The gravity is immense.
Where are we?
Not a black hole?
Good.
And then a small shape kind of looks like,
Holy shit.
It worked.
True.
Light out.
What? Who's this guy?
Are you pointing to me as a little dude?
You. I
He
know
knows
Drew.
Drew.
Oh, my name's Milo. Everyone just calls me Milo. So
Pleasure to.
It's a long story.
I heard they were trying to bring someone back from the dead, and I'm like, that seems interesting.
How did you bring me back? Where are we?
Not a black hole. Covered that. That's as much as we know.
I'll let Drew explain.
Rosh, you're on the Lightbringer.
The Lightbringer.
Yeah,
How did you find it?
Jules. She did. I mean, she practically came up with a new kind of math to figure it out, and we burned down several server farms to work with the data set, but we found it. We found it. We accounted for time dilation. We accounted for just the expansion in for dark matter energy expulsion. But we found she found it. I was just there for most of it.
That's amazing. And if I didn't feel like my spine was slowly being crushed, I would be very impressed by all that. This is.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll try to make it a little bit less pressure on your spine. But try to take it easy. You've been. I mean, well, you've been dead again.
For how long has it been?
6 months.
I was expecting longer. Wow. This is a lot to take in. Is everyone all right? Did everyone survive?
Depends on who you mean. Vincent's still here.
Good. And the others? Bolster? Pace?
Scattered.
Well, as long as they're alive. And consuming darkness hasn't just swallowed the entire universe at this point, I'm assuming.
No. Not this part, anyway.
Good. It's like looking down at their hands, like in this weird crystalline substance that their skin is now comprised of. This is going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, you look different, but good. You look good though.
As long as I'm me, I didn't expect to come back in this body. I wish I could move right now.
Yeah, the activation of the solar wells has actually turned on some of the interior lights for the ship itself, and so it's actually a little bit more well lit. In Rosh, you do see some symbols and iconography kind of etched into the walls of your order.
I'd very much like to study this place if given a chance.
Yeah. Maybe
I don't
later.
suppose I'm gonna get that chance. All right.
Maybe later.
I'm not really sure what to say. Thank you seems insufficient. Does somebody have any clothes for me?
No.
Great.
Definitely don't.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just thinking about extreme gravity in this situation.
Oh boy.
Thanks.
Well, what now? I assume you'll be able to get me out of here.
That's the plan.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if we can take this stasis field. I'm gonna try to get to hook up to our suits, and then we should be able to move you along. We have a grav pod that's gonna take us off and get us out of the gravity here and back to the ship. So it's
Okay.
gonna be a little bit still going, but I probably could have landed a little closer than we did, but there's a lot of variables involved.
I'm sure. Sounds like you've done wonderful. We'll catch up once I'm not in this bubble anymore.
Sure, and with pants.
And with pants.
I mean, I don't. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know about y'all. It's just me. You know, I'm not judging. Like, you just came back to life. Then what? I should have brought pants. I should have brought pants. I feel like it's on me. Really. This is my op.
Drew, I think it's fine.
Okay. So, let me make some adjustments.
So Drew goes to each of you on your suits. You have like kind of these large kind of backpack like containers in the back, which are going to hold different points, but different pylons for this stasis field. And this is going to be basically like an escort mission where the three of you have to walk in a triangular pattern basically to keep Rosh in this. And Rosh, your strength does return somewhat as you and you can move. It's just at a glacial pace, and it takes a lot of effort.
Which my strength being a 7, there's only so much it can return.
Yeah. So, this is I don't know. I'm not sure I'm gonna give it to you yet, but actually, yeah, I think I will give you a point of exhaustion for this as you
That's
kind
fair.
of make your way along the tunnel towards the grav pod. And as you make your way down, it does take a long time, like even slower than your way to the solar well in the first place. You're maybe 100 meters from your destination, when in front of you, you notice the lights that have come on begin to wink out in the far distance. And then a little closer, as the lights begin to come down, as feels like a darkness is moving down the hallway in your direction. What do you do?
Is that supposed to be happening?
I sincerely doubt it.
Isn't it your ship?
Not in this lifetime, no.
Well, that sentence itself brings up a lot of questions, but I don't think now's the time to be asking
We'll
this
introduce
lifetime
ourselves in a minute.
stuff. Hey, who's up front? Assuming we're looking like a triangle formation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Who's
you
up
can.
front?
I mean, you can have like the base of the triangle and like have 2 people up front, because Drew is not a fighter. Drew cannot do anything.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. All right. So Drew's in the back, 2 of you up front. This darkness begins to come at you faster and faster. Okay, I'm gonna have you roll for initiative then. As you kind of wait for this darkness to hit you, we don't have tokens, so we're not going to use initiative tracker. Just go ahead, roll it, and I'll call it out.
Should I roll? Is there anything I can do from inside the bubble?
Yes, magic should be able to work. You just can't move.
Okay.
Oh, we were gonna bring. Never mind. I was gonna bring you your armor down there. I forgot. I guess at this point, though, to remember it now. Doesn't make
Great
sense.
start to the campaign, guys. First roll's a
Oops.
natural 1.
Yeah,
Oh no.
well, that makes sense.
You are dead.
You
I
were
was
dead.
You are exhausted too, so
Oh wait, so it's a disadvantage, but I don't think I can roll less than.
If you roll 2 ones in a row, do you die again?
Hold on, let me check.
actually,
No.
No, I don't die. Let's see. I need to. There's a weird delay with the sheets I'm experiencing. Oh, these are fast buggers. Okay.
yay.
All right. Yay. All right. So, read out rolls, please.
20.
Milo got a 17.
Oh, nice.
You got 22.
22. Excellent.
3.
Oh, buddy.
Nice.
Look, maybe if I was fighting to save my loved one I just revived, I would have gone a little bit faster. But I don't really know the dude.
You know, that's fair.
Fair. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put Drew at 1. He's not gonna do anything except for just dodge, I guess. So I'll just. Good luck, Drew. This is not good for you. All right. So Gwen, you're first off the mark as this darkness comes towards you.
Oh, jeez.
The darkness kind of washes over all of you. All the lights in the hall go out. You peer around and can see nothing.
Well,
even with your dark vision. But you sense creatures.
okay. I'm going to look at my abilities.
All right, I'm gonna get a drink about this
Jesus.
happening. So everyone, these are viewers. These are 13th level characters. These are also characters we have not played ever, or we haven't for over a year or two. So
Or we
there's
changed our subclass.
or we changed our subclass. So there's going to be a bit of a reacclimation. So bear with us.
I think I know what I'm gonna do. You're muted.
Whoops. Once it gets to my turn, I might be able to do something helpful vis-a-vis light.
Well, I just rolled very good. I'm probably just gonna do my Crimson Right and start swinging.
Okay.
I think that's the easiest thing to do.
And they all died.
We beat him while you were gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm
Quite
going
crazy.
to. It didn't take me that long. I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my Crimson Right.
Okay.
I'm going to do fire because it seems appropriate. And I have to take damage or stuff that I have to do for that. I'll do that in a minute. And then I'm going to pull out Ramun, my trusty Kopesh friend, and I'm going to swing in preemptive self-defense.
Okay. So you may roll a disadvantage.
Okay.
Some might call that offense.
I think I've already made this joke this week.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, it's not very good. Well, 16 for the first one.
Your blade strikes something
Oh, hell yeah.
in the dark. Actually, and as the kind of flames lick to life and create a little bit of light, you see a writhing black shape that as soon as your blade kind of cuts through it, it evaporates again. And once it returns to the darkness, you are not able to see it, even with dark vision.
Dang, I hate that. Let me just roll my damage and roll 20.
Thank you.
What do you do? It's that many plus the fire. That's plus 4. So holy shit.
Jeez.
That's 25 damage total
25 damage total.
on the first one. I
Mhm.
hit 2 attacks. I'm gonna try again.
God.
Holy shit, I forgot how powerful this character is. That one's worse. That's a 13.
13. You strike out again. You once again, the flames kind of like out for a little bit, and you see the shape, but it just writhes out of the way, and you strike nothing.
Dang it.
All right.
I think that's it. I also have to take damage from my Crimson Right, but I'll just roll that.
Okay. All right. Milo. They're faster than you. I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's a really dickish way to say.
Milo, you're not fast enough.
Milo, it's not your turn.
Oh.
So what happened is, gosh, you don't even see this. So these are going to be advantage. Oh damn. Okay. These. Oh, by the way, it's my goal to not kill anyone this session. Okay.
That
I
being
said it.
said, you guys have advantage, and
So,
I assume I
Alright.
can't see them, the things that are attacking.
do you have anything that would?
Just regular dark vision. I have
you
a
don't.
thing for a reaction.
Yeah,
but I have to
you
see
do.
them.
Unless you have like true sight or something. No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, maybe not yet.
Surprise.
All right, so do a 24, 17, 20, and 22 hit.
hey,
Well, we'll spread this around. So, all right, Gwen, those first two are for you, 24, 17.
The 24 hits, the 17 does not.
Okay, and 20 and a 22 from Milo.
they both hit.
Okay, so Gwen, you take 7 points slashing, 12 necrotic.
Ow.
Milo, you take a total of 18 slashing and 15 necrotic.
That's
All right,
cool.
that's the first one. Then we're going to go 2 more at Gwen and 2 at Rosh.
Can I use...
Oh my god, these people.
I have Sentinel,
Okay.
so I can use my reaction to do something. I'm trying to pull it up, please. Roll 20. Yeah, if something makes an attack against a target other than me, I can use my reaction to attack it. So I want to do
nice.
that when it's done.
Okay, so Gwen against you, 29 and 28.
Yep.
All right, Rosh against you. Since you're naked, I guess these are gonna hit. But you can you can strike out at advantage, Gwen. One of them is a 19, and one of them is a natural 20 for you, Rosh.
Oh boy.
So these things are tough, but not insurmountable for y'all. So for Gwen, 21 slashing, 11 necrotic.
Ow,
Okay.
okay.
And Rosh for you. Oh god, so much more math. 24 slashing, 35 necrotic.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 to hit it.
That hits.
To hit it back, so
Roll damn.
it gets
half my
bad
health
this
right
time. 8, 11. The 16 total.
16 total. Okay. Nice.
Oh boy. I don't know how tanky everyone is.
Me, extremely.
Rosh being naked, not so much.
Yeah.
Saying
Normally
health-wise.
19.
Normally
AC,
Rosh is really
120.
tanky, but all right, that's your turn. This is your turn, Milo. Sorry, didn't say that.
Now it's Milo's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna swing wildly at. I'm assuming I felt I got hit on a certain side of my body, so I'm gonna swing that way.
Yeah, disadvantage, but swing.
That's cool. I have 3 attacks.
Nice.
Yep. Okay, disadvantage. The first one. Oh, I have. That's 15 to hit.
That is, you strike out, or I don't. What are you shooting with? Or
I'm
you're shooting,
using
or
my saber.
your saber? Okay, you slash out and hit nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Rude. Okay. The next one is a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
That missed. I was in trouble. Okay, that is minimal damage. 7.
7 damage.
Yep.
And what kind of damage?
Slashing.
Slashing. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, perfect.
It is magical if that means anything.
In this case, no. But it's good to know.
And then my third attack is.
So their their AC is 16. You've at this point you've figured it out.
Cool. I rolled 17.
Yep, hit.
That is 9 slashing.
Nice.
Then for my bonus action, because I can, because of the gunner feat, I'm going to shoot with my flintlock.
Nice. Take a shot. This is like a flintlock pistol, or is it like the blaster, like the laser pistol?
It's a laser pistol, but I just designed it as a flintlock because
Okay, cool.
old school.
Okay. So we'll say like a ball of energy comes out, it's like a very small pellet of energy, like
of pure radiant energy.
Yes.
Cool, because that is a 22 to hit, and this does more damage than all my slashing attacks together. If I could roll damage, that's 12 radiant, because I
nice.
rolled terrible.
Nice. So radiant damage slams into it. They don't. None of these creatures aren't making any sound as they're getting hit. They're just like, you can just feel it in the impact with your saber and like see it as it hits. When the kind of almost like when you look up into like a cloudy night when like fireworks are going off, like when your laser blast hits this thing, you just see like a shape for a second and then it's like gone. But you're making progress. Well done. That's going to bring us to Rosh.
Oh boy, my turn's probably gonna be real short. Because I only got one action. I am going to cast Daylight on Gwen.
Okay. All right. What is the effects of daylight? I mean, I can imagine it. But...
60 foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose within range. No damage or anything, but I'm hoping to maybe keep these things from getting advantage on all of us.
Cool. So, as you cast daylight, you all see writhing black tendrils stretching from indistinct orbs of shadow as the tunnel kind of just explodes in light. You can see them now perfectly. You do see, or Rosh, maybe you feel this. You do feel the light being drawn into them, and it does heal them a little bit, but they're visible. They're feeding off the light. So you can weigh that it's probably more worth it to see them
to not get the advantage on all the attacks against us.
Yeah. It's probably worth it, but yeah, they are eating the light a little bit, and you feel this darkness just like gnawing at your spell.
That's good to know. Okay. I've got fuck all I can do as a bonus action, so I end my turn with the face down card.
All right, excellent. That's gonna bring us to Drew. He's just gonna and just like kind of like put his hands over his head and gonna take the dodge action. So that's gonna bring us back to Gwen.
Good job, buddy. I believe in you. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
No one's ever seen Gwen do this before. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud, which is...
That sounds cool.
It's very cool. I call forth spirits of the dead, which flit around me, blah, blah, blah. They let me do extra damage. Here's the whole spell.
What do the spirits look like?
Little... Probably like little fire sprites.
Okay.
Just like little guys.
All right.
They're cute and terrifying, and they let me do additional damage. And then I'm gonna use my action to attack again with
Go for it.
my sword. The first one is a... I can't count. 23.
23 hits.
And the second one is also a 23 because I rolled the same thing.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Okay, now hold on.
I will let you count that up.
I'll do it.
Actually, let's see. Eyeballing it.
30.
I don't think you're gonna. No, you're not gonna kill it. So
33,
I'm gonna go to their turn while you're adding this up.
47.
40. Oh wow, that was fast.
I've gotten better at math in 2 years.
Very good. 47 points of damage. My goodness.
There's radiant and there's fire and there's slashing and there's lightning.
Yeah. This one doesn't have any. It only has one immunity and it's not relevant. So well done. That's a ton of damage. As you just begin to slash out with a Ramun. I love that. Love that Kopesh.
It's my favorite sword probably ever.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. All right, so these voidlings are going to strike out again. I'm gonna do. Let's see, we got 8 attacks. I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do 3 at Gwen. 1, 2, 3. 2 at Milo. Where am I at? 2 at Rosh, and 1 at Drew. So the last one's at Drew. So these are no longer at advantage. Gwen, 19, 28, 26.
Those all hit me.
Okay. Milo, natural 1 for 11, and 19. All right, muted.
Yeah. One hit. Can I use my reaction on the attack that missed?
Yes, absolutely.
Riposte.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can use my reaction and expend 1 superiority die to make a melee weapon attack.
Yes. Go ahead and roll that. Don't you breathe the damage out yet, because I'm going to try to get through all these attacks first.
Use my reaction to impose one of mine at disadvantage. One of the attacks against me, make it a disadvantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna use my reaction to hit one of the ones that hit Milo.
Okay. All right. So the worst attack that made at you, Rosh, was 22. That like
the worst one.
Yeah, the worst with the disadvantage. Like that's
Okay.
22. So
That's fine.
but as you kind of like you try to blast them with some light, but like you feel them like as they like kind of like slurp up this light. I'm not gonna give them health for that, but you know, it thematically is anyway. They don't appear to be thwarted by that, and you what's Drew's dex?
25.
A million. Yeah.
Like so good.
He's in the suit though. Also
yeah.
he had taken the dodge action, so he was already at disadvantage, or like forced disadvantage on that. But Gwen, he appreciates your support, and like in the corner of your screen it says Drew will remember this. And the attack at him, they rolled a 2, so it's a 12. I'm gonna say with his suit, he probably has an AC that's greater than 12. I don't know what it is. Let's say 13. Well, I'll just like call it here 13. So they have to roll 2 or 1, and then they'll miss.
Oh God.
For Drew. All right, so Drew misses. All right, we're gonna do damage now. Sorry. 1, 2, 3 for Gwen. This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, sure.
58.
I'm gonna make some concentration checks, I guess.
Oh, okay. The largest. We'll just do the medium one. We'll just do one concentration check. We'll do the medium damaged one in this, which is 19.
16 plus 9, so a million.
Cool. The damage against you, Milo, is going to be 12, and you can go ahead and tell me your damage that you dealt to this thing.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
so
nice.
I double my superiority die roll, right?
You do.
Die roll.
You do.
Shit, son. That is terrible damage. This 9 plus 6, 15 plus 6, 21.
21. Oh, excellent. I will describe that in a second. And Rosh, you take 20, 21, 26. You take 41 points of damage. Oh, you're muted.
Got 20 hit points left, guys.
All right. So, Milo, as you would you strike up with a saber? Is that what you used for your riposte?
Yeah, so I think like I'd turn to a side and like dodge the attack while thrusting out my saber at the same time to show him how it's really done.
All right. So Is it okay if your saber has like a vibro blade or something like that, or like have like some kind of like just slices through matter
it's a
like butter?
yeah. Look, I'm all for my saber looking like that.
Oh, it looks like you can look like whatever you want, but as you kind of slash through this creature, it evaporates in kind of like this like inky blot of blackness that dissipates as the kind of radiance of daylight still is flooding this room with solar energy. There's only a cluster of the creatures left. That's going to bring us to Milo. Actually, it's your turn.
Okay, that's what. How many is left? Is it just one?
Yeah, they're kind of swarms, but yes, one swarm remains.
Okay, let's just start beating that one down. Ooh. Okay, that is a 30.
So yeah.
That is 9 slashing.
Yep.
Then we got another nat 20, because
Nice.
the world loves me. 10 slashing.
Yep. Got it.
19 to hit.
Does.
With, if I could roll decent damage, this would be a lot faster. 7 slashing.
Yep.
Bonus action is a 19 to hit,
Yep.
which is 14 radiant. Is it close to dying? Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
It doesn't look like it.
Nope. I've been
Well,
focusing all your damage on one of the swarms.
Either way, I'll action surge just because I just brought a guy back from the dead and I don't want him to die again. I got questions.
That's very kind.
17.
All right. That's a. Wait. What did you just? Yeah. Yes.
I action surge.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, you hit.
9 slashing.
Yeah.
23 for
Hits.
oh cool, that one's decent damage this time. 13 slashing.
Nice.
And nat 20, because I love this die. Okay.
Yeah, 3 nat 20s in like 2 rounds. That's nice.
14 slash.
14. Very nice. That's a really good round.
I'm literally out of attacks. I think it looked like he was dancing more than anything.
Yeah.
Just how fluid it was. It was just like slash, shoot, slash. I'm back to where I was.
Yeah. Excellent. That's going to bring us to Rosh as kind of like a whirling dervish. Milo is just dancing around the room with his blade. What do you do?
Okay, I know Gwen is at 32 hit points. What are you at, Milo?
96. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
I got hit
then
many
Rosh-
times.
Rosh is going to cast heal on Gwen.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. So you get 70 hit points back.
Oh God.
I'm back in triple digits, baby.
Oh my God.
Just keep me alive, please.
You got it. Don't worry.
I'm curious.
Which I'll pop it in there. Well, I thought I would. Huh. Okay.
Not working.
That is it for my turn.
All right, excellent. That's going to bring us to Drew, who's going to continue to cower.
Doing amazing.
Bringing us to Gwen.
Great. It's my turn to attack. A lot.
Yes, it is.
I would like to use my bonus action to use a blood curse.
All right.
I do remember how to do this. I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Marked, which
Okay.
means I mark one of them. I don't know. And then
Yep.
and then I do extra damage, and then because of my patron, I do extra damage too. So I'm going to. That's my bonus action. I'm going to attack twice.
Excellent.
The first one is a 21.
That's a hit.
The second one is a 23.
Both hits.
Okay.
That's a hit, baby.
Now, do 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 4 of these. Because it's marked, math, math, math. So because they took my Spirit Shroud damage, they can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
That's very nice.
Also, their speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna do math now. 22, 3, 29, 30, 33, 37, 45, 58.
Oh, Lordy Almighty. Jeez. Yep. That actually. So as you kind of spin out, with Ramun. So do you get double Crimson Right if they're marked? Is that how that works? Like.
Yeah, I get to do an extra of the dice since I haven't separated
my
out.
God,
But
that's gonna get gnarly if you ever get a natural 20.
get an extra.
Oh
Extra. Read all about it.
my
Oh, wait,
God.
I also get... Hold on.
I'm already having nightmares.
Wait, there's a little bit more. Your next attack against a cursed creature deals additional damage equal to your proficiency modifier. Plus 5 more.
Okay, so yeah, so you obliterate this creature. Absolutely. Of just sending, like, you cut through it and you feel the resistance as you like slice through it. But as soon as your blade passes through, it just kind of evaporates into vapor. And the light is emanating from you from this spell that Rosh has cast on you. Other than like your heavy breathing in your helmets, really, like you're just like kind of hearing your own breathing really loud, as like fogging up the glass and plastic in front of you. It seems for the moment it's just the 4 of you again in the hallway.
I really wish someone had brought my armor.
We should go.
You're fine.
Again, Light Howard, I swear I thought about that, but I was really rushed in prep for today, so
That's
I
fine.
didn't.
Thank you. I'll manage.
Walk and talk.
Actually, yeah, just gonna preemptively, just in case, because you never know. Just gonna drop a 7th level heal on myself.
Smart.
Give myself 80 hit points back.
Smart. So, what is that? Is there any cool thing that looks like, you healing yourself?
Yeah, I think because as they take damage, just like the cracks like start to form around and like the light kind of seeps out and stuff. So I think he just like focuses and mutters like a divine word under their breath, and just everything kind of stitches back to like the cracks begin to reform, like the glass unfracturing.
Yeah. It has that like sound, like.
Yeah.
And like maybe like the light within you kind of glows maybe a little brighter or something like that. Yeah. I love it. All right, so Drew,
we got to get out of here. This could be a whole planet of these things, I guess.
And the 4 of you begin to make your way through the hall, through the tunnel, just less than 100 meters away, lit by Gwen, the light that is continuing. That is that concentration, or does that stay?
No, it's not concentration. It lasts for an hour. Yeah, an hour.
Okay, and is it a point you choose?
It's a point that I choose with a 60-foot radius sphere. Light spreads out from a point you choose within range. Yeah, so you can base it. You can choose the point on an object.
Okay.
You are holding.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
one
you
that's
got an
being worn or
object.
carried.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you make your way down the hallway, and as you go, kind of a little bit quicker this time, but still like pain. Like it's like painfully how slow that you're moving. It's like you feel another tremor in this ship as something distant is seemingly shaking the firmament. You make your way, continue to make your way towards the grab pod. When you hear over the comms, Vincent saying, we've got a problem. Y'all should get back here as soon as possible. I was gonna say have help do that, but help can't use radios because there's no stinkovision. So sorry, Alex, but I'll pass that message along. So I guess. Yeah. So you make your way to the grab pod. You all strap yourself in. It takes a good deal, like to actually get back up that area that you fell down, figuring out how to get up there and bring Rosh with you. We're gonna skip that scene. It's not very dramatic. It's just uncomfortable to watch. But you managed to get all of you back into the grab pod
for the show.
Yeah, exactly. The hatch seals. The interior of the grab pod is pressurized, or at to something that you're more can actually withstand. And the thrusters come to life one last time, and the whole pod shakes and quakes as it struggles to make its way off of the light bringer. But eventually you are able to break the well of gravity, moving towards the Arcturus that is in orbit above. Out of the window of the grab pod, you see a dim, reflective outline on the surface of this black glass sun. An enormous shape moving towards the ship. And we'll go ahead and take our break there.
Let's go faster. Let's go faster.
We'll be back in the appropriate amount of time, and we'll see you all soon. Welcome back for part 2 of this part. Wildspace, GGK, Good Game Nights. Here we are.
It's
Everyone
awkward to
having a great
watch.
time. Yeah, it's awkward to watch. So the grav pod violently shakes as you begin to careen up towards the space above you. The Arcturus not even visible to the rest of you from this distance. For long enough that it makes the three of you expecting it a little uncomfortable, until seemingly out of nowhere, Vincent, piloting the Arcturus, cuts a perfect spiral turn, revealing the back of the Arcturus, the cargo bay opening up. He catches the grav pod, and then the cargo bay doors shut behind. It takes some time for the cargo hold to repressurize, and it's safe for you to emerge. But in a few moments or a few minutes, it is safe to get out. As Vincent continues to take you away from the Black Dwarf as fast as possible.
I have sent Drew to get some clothes.
Okay. Drew, getting out of the grab suit, rushes to Rosh's Solarian quarters to fetch some robes, and quickly returns.
Pants. Pulls the shirt back on. Kind of stands there like holding the, because I assume he comes back with like the white robe that Rosh wears, and kind of holds it for a bit, like fully understanding the significance of it now, and then dons it again. It's good to see not much has changed. Well, some has. Kind of looking at Milo and then looking over Gwen a little bit more now and noticing some of the differences.
Yeah, she looks a little rough. We kept your things.
Good.
And your room. It's all the same.
Oh. Thank you. I mean, 6 months is a long time. I wouldn't have blamed you if you'd used it for something else. Milo, was it, right?
Yes. I honestly didn't think this would work, or else would have made you a cake for your new birthday. And my meal! Hopefully it's still there.
Good.
I'm sure we can make you something else.
Are you hungry? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Little dance routine down there takes it out of you.
Actually, yes, I'm very hungry.
Let's go
It's
to
a
that
heads
saw.
up.
Get Kitty to whip us up something.
Yeah. Don't wear a hat. That's what I've gathered in there.
Impolite at mealtimes.
As I don't make any movement to remove my hat and just keep
As we start to move, Rosh hangs back and he sort of like grabs onto Gwen a little bit to have her hang back with him, and just stops for a second as everyone else is walking away and just gives her a big hug.
I missed you.
I missed you too. For what I can remember being gone, I'll explain more of it once everything sort of reorients, but I'm sorry about all of that. Putting you through that.
I'm not going to say it's alright.
No, I suppose that's fair.
I have some of your things. I have your book.
Oh, thank you. Takes it. Kind of puts it back in like the spot in the robe. I'm glad you held on to everything.
She's wearing the holy symbol.
It suits you. I suppose there'll be more time for discussions and stuff, but I just wanted to say that before I lost the chance.
Thank you.
We'll talk more about changes and stuff later. There are a few things I'm curious about, but I'm actually starving, so we should eat.
Yes.
Just takes her hand and walks to the kitchen.
one thing that
And-
hasn't changed, friend. Gwen eats twice as much food as other people.
That's true. That's true. Due to the biosuit that Gwen has with the symbiote that she shares nutritional needs with, Gwen does eat a surprisingly large amount for her slender frame.
For her best buddy.
Best bud. Rosh, when you get there, you see Kitty preparing, whipping up something, a meal. You see Help, who looks at you for a bit, and because this is a new body, it's going to take a little bit for the pheromones to kick in. But for a minute, you just kind of look at each other without words being exchanged, and Help just puts like a little leg onto your shin, and like looking at you with their multifaceted eyes.
I think Rosh sort of kneels down a little bit and puts a hand on them as well and says, "It's good to see you around."
Kind of trips for a little bit as that kind of familiar scent of the pheromones begins to reach your nostrils once again, and you will be communicating shortly.
Please hold.
Please hold. Kitty comes out, like slides along the rails in the ceiling, and puts down a little cake with a single candle in it.
This is what Milo requested for you. But don't worry, I will also create the recipe you gave me from Uline.
And then after setting down the cake, it goes back to the kitchen and then begins to make the favorite meal that your mother used to make for you.
Milo, this is very sweet. Thank you.
I'm just glad you're not in your birthday suit anymore.
Me too. It was strange circumstances to meet under. Suppose there's probably a long story that goes along with all of this.
Drinks at a bar, adventure. Done.
Some of us have a long story. I think Milo was bored.
Well, the light guides us on many paths. I'm sure there's a reason for you being here, beyond just this.
I heard you saved everyone by sacrificing yourself, and
We all saved a lot of people, I imagine by that. I had the easy part, I suppose.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Good.
can.
Good.
It's good to hear you again.
Well, if anything, he's damn good with a sword. It's nice to
I
not be
saw.
the only one.
Right, I was not proficient with it when Gwen tried to teach me, so it's good to have somebody else around to help with that. I hope there'll be less of it in the days to come. I guess I should ask, what is the plan?
We're working on that.
see, that was an issue for future us. We'll focus on bringing back the dead guy. Alive, not undead.
Well, I appreciate that being the priority. I wouldn't have liked to be gone for too long. is there some looming threat that I prefer to know, or are we safe for now? Any more of the children getting up to?
You have kids?
No. The children of Volhai, they're the ones that sort of led to
Evil
all of this.
cults, terrible darkness, big monsters.
Pace has been hunting them down for the past 6 months. She's been doing what she does in the ways that she does it.
Running and killing.
Yeah, she's kind of scary. The mouse y'all used to run with, Bolster, he's still trying to get in touch with somebody he used to know, trying to break into Ocelot mainframes, get some more information about those things. You've all still in Null Sector. But everything from what I've read, I remember last time that I went over those books with y'all back in Kamachi Medea. I didn't take it very seriously, some of the things, but it seems like some of those things have come back, and while the old ones, they're sort of in Yuval, and they're kind of stuck, and they can't use the arc stream there, but I don't think that's gonna work forever.
We're going to
Suppose
have
that's
to
sort of
intervene.
It's sort of our responsibility at this point. We're kind of the ones that let that happen. That sounds like as much of a path as any. As I said, I'm still sorting out some things that I learned on the other side. I have less of a path now, and some things that I need to understand better.
You need rest.
I feel
Reacclimation.
I feel a bit tired. Yes, I will. I will. We shouldn't just go throw ourselves into the thick of it now.
No.
I agree.
So, I don't know, maybe we just enjoy a nice meal together for right now?
That sounds wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I didn't
Thank
get you
you.
nothing.
I think you all got me plenty.
It's good to have you back, though.
Drew missed you quite a lot.
I'm sure.
I did not. I did not miss them that much.
And only Drew.
I didn't miss them that much. Just a normal amount. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Just pats Drew on the back. I missed you too, buddy.
As embarrassed as Drew is, does appreciate that.
A sweet boy.
I should probably also, I assume you informed the edict of what happened afterwards. Yes. I should probably send word to them too, to let them know I'm alive. My mother would appreciate that, I'm sure.
Yeah. If you want, I can do that for you. Once we get back to, civilization, I can take a message back to her. And whoever else.
That would be good. I can also send some short messages in the days to come as we travel.
Oh, right. Yeah, those Got those powers.
Don't you think you can just scare them?
I might. It might be better to just send a message once we get back to civilization. I suppose a few more days of waiting won't
Nah,
hurt them.
it's your mom. She's probably gonna be more receptive to like an email.
You waited 6 months. You can wait a bit more.
That's a good idea. Well, let's eat, I suppose.
All right.
Have we not been eating this whole time?
Are we
No,
eating?
Gwen is eating this whole time.
Gwen's been eating this whole time
I
because she
think
has to
Rosh
eat
is-
twice as much.
I feel like Rosh has been sitting politely in front of this cake and hasn't touched it yet. But-
Eat your cake.
Milo would have been eating because he did not understand half of what was said. It's just it's like, you guys have me till we get back to civilization, and then we'll see what happens there.
We'll get you up to speed. Yeah, he starts eating the cake.
Is it good? Is it a good cake?
Kitty does good stuff.
Yeah.
Especially now that
Constitution saving throw.
I think you all have like probably kitted out or like had some fairly good stores, and then and now you're like eating like, you know, some ingredients and stuff that you actually like purchased, and it's not just like magic food, which isn't like as good. It's just kind of like kind of tastes and bland and stuff like that. This is like not
Been
magic
saving
food. It's
them.
like yeah. So yeah, saving these special ingredients for just occasional this, and yeah. So you all enjoy the meal together, and then afterwards, maybe like have a scattering conversation, and then you know, maybe go to your quarters and rest for a bit. At one point, Vincent like asked for someone to bring him some food.
Oh, we'll bring him some
Vincent's
food.
been kind of cut out. of
Rosh
this a
also
little bit.
goes and says hi to Vincent too
Okay.
when they bring him food, and
Um,
has conversations with everybody individually.
and Vincent in the process kind of says there is some like once again recalls that there was something huge moving towards the ship that you all managed to get away from, so you don't need to worry about anything that might have been for now.
You've made it back to Skyhold, and now you have to go through all the cutscenes with your companions.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit X to skip.
How dare you? You have that one
So-
awkward conversation with Milo, who you've never taken into battle with you before, and he's just like, "Hey, boss,
Hey boss,
what's up? Do you need me? Good. Okay, bye."
Oh yeah, exactly. So we are at let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything that anyone would like to do on a solo level for right now? RP or otherwise.
Other than, well, no, we're gonna get back to civilization. Are we talking like a matter of days?
Yes.
Okay.
Alex requested that you all go to Space Florida, which I think I would have named it. I think it's Namora. But yeah, you could
No
go
one
to
remembers the actual name.
We always call it Space Florida.
It was always Space Florida.
We should go to Space Florida.
See Vincent's girlfriend again.
Know why he wants to go there.
Assuming we're all healed up then.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about.
What do you want to do,
That's
Space
right.
Jesus?
I guess, I mean, we don't have to play all of it out. I mean, does like tries to get to know Milo a bit better.
Yeah.
Tries to figure out what happened to Gwen's eye and how she can do magic now.
And also, she has scars.
And scars.
So what would be the best way? What do you think? How do you envision that coming about, Gwen? I'll ask you that. Or like, or you know, Rosh. We could have that scene.
She's not going to talk about it unless asked. She's business as usual. If a bit more aggressive's not the right word, but somewhere close to it.
Eager?
Direct.
Yeah, I think a bit more like pointed in like in what she does and a bit more direct and just kind of
well then probably Rosh is probably tidying up the solarium, and making sure everything is where they want it, and then probably
pretty much exactly as you left
it's
it.
almost exactly the way you left it. It's bizarrely almost exactly the way you left it. There's maybe like one pillow that's just like a little bit off, but otherwise.
And it's clean. It's not dusty or anything.
I assume at some point maybe Gwen comes by just to check in as they're like meditating or something.
Yeah.
And
to bring food probably or something.
Very energetic. Rosh like gets up as she comes in and says, "Oh, thank you. Let me help you with that." And sort of takes the food and says, "Well, come sit, eat with me."
All right.
I meant to ask you, now that we have some time, how things have been with your order and post killing the beast.
Tough.
I assume that's been difficult to acclimate with, the transformations and all of that. Is that just gone now?
Yes. It's gone. Not just for me, for all of us.
Is that good?
For some. For others, it's been trying.
Well, I'm sure that you're the leader now, I assume, of your order.
It's one of the things that's been trying.
I'm sure you're doing well.
Ellen was helping.
Good. So, this is sort of the elephant in the room. Whatever, space elephant in the room. Magic.
Yes. It exists all around us in the universe. What?
When did you learn that?
A few months ago.
Is that at all related to what happened to your eye?
Yes, I think so. You know, if you have questions, you can ask them.
I don't want to pry. But I also do, because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The beast was gone, and I needed help. So I found it somewhere else.
Do you know what exactly?
No.
That's dangerous.
Incredibly.
Well, I'm sure it was necessary.
It's always been my job. Lay down my life, sacrifice my humanity. So, I traded one beast for another. This one seems kinda.
Good. No, losing control and curses and things like that.
No. Just the eye. And
Well,
the scars now. They don't heal like they used to.
I may be able to help with that if you wished, but I don't.
It's alright. But unless you don't like them.
I think they make you look intimidating. Not that you weren't before.
Well, I don't have the snout and everything to help, so this will have to do.
Well, I suppose if something ill happens with this new patron of yours, we'll deal with it like we did the last one. Hopefully it won't come to that.
Hopefully not in such dramatic fashion.
But as long as you're comfortable and you think you made the right choice, then that's all that matters.
I do now.
He put a hand on hers. One other thing I should mention. Before I died, I remember that moment very vividly. I did say something rather important. The moment was quick and everything happened so quickly. I don't remember if you said anything in return, but I just want you to know that, if you don't feel the same way, then that's all right. And I didn't assume I'd be coming back like this, and I just didn't want to not say it. This is rather uncomfortable to speak about.
I've not given up my eye and my youthful skin and possibly my soul. For nothing. Especially not for you to doubt me like that.
Well, good. Well, it's good to know then.
Would you like it back?
No. You keep it. As I said, it suits you. Plus, wearing that feels a bit self-aggrandizing at this point.
Meaning?
It's sort of difficult to explain. I don't really know where to begin, but I did, while I was gone, learn some very literal truths about my order and the nature of what we worship.
Oh, you've done something most people in most religions only dream of.
I don't believe you know the half of it.
Then tell me.
Well, I learned, and this is going to be difficult to explain to Father Ramon, but the subject of our worship, the god Helios, I learned that they are no longer alive, I guess you could say. The details are still a bit scattered. I'm parsing through a lot of what I learned. It was like an experience more than anything, but something of them still exists, a fragment of their nature and of their power. And I suppose that is what I am now.
I don't understand.
In some way, shape, or form, I suppose I am Helios, or the reincarnation of this entity. So you can see my conflict.
That is going to be incredibly difficult to explain.
Right. So I'm going to have to figure that out and probably make a trip back to Chamachamandir to speak with them on this. And convince them that I'm not insane.
Well, I suppose we can visit. So were all these passages about you then? No.
No. Well, I think it's more complicated than that. It's more like about a previous form of me. Someone who doesn't exist anymore. Like I said, it's difficult. I'll need to do some more reading on it. And I'm going to have to read our texts in a new light now. But right now, I just want to relax and enjoy being alive and getting the chance to be with you again.
Let the guiding beacon of hope stand before me, casting away the shadows at my back.
Yes, let's not... Okay, that's fine. We can recite scripture, but please don't refer to me as that. That's going to get very uncomfortable.
Well, I'm going to do it in front of everyone at least once.
Right. I'll figure out how to tell the others.
Yes.
There's a small blue-faced cherub, little man who peeks around the corner into the solarium. He's like,
Hi, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting anything?
No, not at all.
Oh, I was wondering, what's next?
That is a very good question.
You need rest.
I'm resting. Had plenty of rest. I need to do things.
He needs rest.
All right. Vincent's been up my butt, being like, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "I'll try to find out," and I just keep going. And I mean, we can just, you know what? We'll just go to the nearest like galactic rest stop, and we'll take it. We'll just go there, and we'll we can get some resupplies and everything. And so we don't have to worry about this right now. This can be a later thing. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just just wanted to see. Vincent's kind of scary sometimes. Is it like
Is it the wings?
That and also the weird magic,
He might drop you in a hole.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I don't want to see that. There's a couple times I was around him, and that he smelled like Jules' ass, like and it just didn't go away. Didn't go away for a long time. I just even saying it, I feel like I can taste it in the back of my throat. It's so bad.
It stays with you.
It does. It does. A magic asshole stays with you like nothing. You can't get that out. You got to throw that carpet out. You can't wash that out.
Has it gotten worse since I've been gone?
Mm-hmm.
It's
much
just,
worse.
I haven't been traveling with this group for a while, but going out this deep into space where there's no time you can open up and air things out. Yes, I'd say this is probably pretty bad.
Well, I think going to the nearest system sounds like a good idea. Perhaps we should ask Milo. I assume you've been traveling with him for a while now.
A few months.
A couple months, yeah. Probably knows some good places to go. Seems to be a man of the wilds.
If there's anything we can do to repay them for helping, considering this wasn't really his problem, really.
He came to us.
Did he?
He hasn't said anything, but I don't know. Everyone's got an angle.
Well, still, some repayment should be in order, I assume.
We could get him very drunk and try to find out.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll go tell him.
I can get I can get help to no. I can get help to kind of do some mods on Kitty. Kitty might be able to make some alcohol, I guess.
Moonshine.
Yeah, some moonshine.
I'd sort of forgotten what it was like to not be able to tell the entire team the plan up front.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why don't we just ask him outright and tell him we want to give him a few drinks so he'll be more forthcoming with us.
Gwen, I'm telling you, 3 surprise parties we've tried to have with Rosh back in Jumanji, India. Disaster every single time.
I don't know. I sort of think we should let this one play out.
I defer to your wisdom.
I wouldn't.
And now I'm confused.
And you always will be. If you want to talk to Milo, no one's stopping you.
I'd like that. I'd like to get to know them better.
Milo, on the ship, you have your own quarters, but do you use them, or are you are you being by yourself? Are you going to the front of the ship in the cockpit to look out the front, or are you perhaps in the cargo bay practicing swords? I don't know. What? How do you kind of envision yourself passing the time?
Milo's either in 3 places. 1, the mess hall getting food because you gotta keep full. 2, in the cargo bay training, probably muttering to himself that it's not fair he's not allowed to practice shooting while inside of a ship. Or 3, he's just lounged out somewhere with his hat covering his face having a siesta. He's never really in his room.
Okay. All right. So Rosh, roll a D3, and that is where you'll find
1.
1. All right. So mess hall, I believe that was.
Yeah. Getting some food.
You find Milo in the mess hall.
Oh, perfect. Milo.
Yes.
Are you busy?
Before him's just a meal, and he's like, no. On the side. kind of sad he can't eat straight away.
I was hoping we could speak for a moment. Would you mind if I sat
Sure.
with you?
Sure.
Do you want something? I wanted to ask you more about your purpose here and why you were, wanting to travel with us and why you volunteered for this. I've heard that you have some difficulty speaking on it. If you'd like to have some drinks and we can talk about it more openly.
What? You guys have alcohol on here?
Oh, I'm sure we do.
I've been traveling without drinking when I could have been.
I think it would take some modifications to Kitty from
Okay.
what I've heard.
I'm easy either way.
Help can be seen like behind Roshel coming in through the entrance in the mess hall and goes to a panel that's like located near Kitty's like kind of armature station, and just begins to, with a few hollow tools, begins to adjust some settings, and then like kind of and if you're watching, Help looks back and shakes their head a little bit, and then enters in the final sequence. And Kitty is now equipped to as a mixologist.
It's about time.
Which is
Perfect.
tweaked the voice slightly for Kitty.
Kitty, can you make drinks?
Of course I can. What do you need?
Do you have any preference?
I'm easy, like I said. I'll drink anything.
Kitty, just randomize.
Shuffle.
Randomize.
We would like to mix drinks, okay? One thing you should never do is mix your drinks.
Kitty has copped an attitude that you all, and proceeds to, I'm wondering if Defiance, they would give you something garbage or try to make something that's going to blow your mind. So there is kind of a flurry of brown liquids, smoked bitters, orange zests, and a specialized ice that is like kind of brought into these like clear tumblers, and like a rapid fire, like shaking, and then pours it out, puts it down, and then Kitty now just inexplicably with a mustache, kind of that is like digitally on their like kind of the aperture at the front of their face. They give you a smoked bacon Manhattan.
Well, here's to you. I think Kitty forgot I'm a vegetarian. You can have both if you'd
It's
like.
just the flavor. It's good. Drink up, birthday boy. I know it's been a couple of days, but
Cheers.
cheers. And I'll down the drink. Please be good. He doesn't wait to see if it's good. He's just gonna down it all, because if it's bad, it's over with. Okay. It's been a while.
I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll for it, because if it's like not good and it's just pretentious, that's funny. We'll say I'm gonna roll a D100. If it gets above 50, it's actually good. It's bad. It's not good at all. It's a terrible drink.
Pinches his nose to finish.
Kitty is the shittiest mixologist. Super pretentious, but real bad. There can be
Oh.
adjustments. Maybe like Kitty can level up over time, but for right now, real bad.
Well, my question for you is going to be what your purpose is. What are you looking for here?
We were looking at bringing you back.
Right. Got that.
Man, that's done. Now I'm kind of stuck on the ship till we get somewhere else, so I really didn't have much other options after reviving you for now.
Well,
I'm seeing where things go.
feel that I owe you a debt for helping. If there's
I
anything
had
we can
nothing
do
else
to...
on,
So simply boredom.
pretty much. And then there was like, look, we're gonna bring this guy back from the dead, and I'm like, sweet.
That's...
Look, I met them at a bar, okay? They were drinking, I was drinking. It sounded like fun. They had a ship, I didn't. Had nothing else booked for the next couple of months. They said you saved the world, which seems pretty cool.
And is that how you live your life? Just looking for new adventures?
Oh, how else am I going to live my life?
I suppose that's a good question. Shouldn't be judging. So, if we get back to station, and is your plan to just go on your way, or...
See what's if anything else exciting is happening. If you guys need me to stay around, like all you gotta do is ask. And like be doing something fun, of course, and exciting. If you're just gonna be like, we're gonna go farm space potatoes, then I'm probably gonna go somewhere else. But if we revived you to farm space potatoes, that's you must be a pretty good space potato farmer.
No, it's never really been my trade. But I mean, you've spent time with Gwen at this point, and Vincent. I'm sure you can see they're not really ones for sitting around and farming either. I'm sure we'll be getting up into something before too long. There's a lot wrong out there.
True.
Things that we need to help. This is all a very long way of saying that, as I said, I feel that I owe you a debt for helping. And if there's anything that you're looking for, or anything that I can help you with, I'll do what I can.
I will let you know. For now, it's just make sure you always have clothes. That's just...
I will endeavor to do so.
At least around me, okay?
Right.
I don't want to cramp your style. Look, if you are like on the 4th day of the week, that's like my walk arounds. I'll stay in my room, or we can like allocate a place where you're not gonna be, and I'll just stay there. It's your ship and all.
Right. I was never in the habit of doing so I can't see that being
Oh,
an
thank
issue.
God, because I don't want to be stuck in one part of this ship all day. It would drive me crazy. Unless it's here, because there's food and stuff.
I don't think that'll be an issue.
Cool.
Just if you come by my solarium and the door's closed, just knock first.
Don't even know what that room is. Probably not been down that part of the ship. Like I said, I'm like...
Are you religious?
No. Is that an issue? I wasn't told that I needed to be. I
No.
can convert if needed, but
No, it's not necessary. I just want to know you better.
Okay, are you religious? Are you a god? Did we revive a god?
That's a difficult question to answer.
It's a yes or a no question, really. You're either a god or not a god.
I guess you could say partially.
Part god. Is that new?
Sorry.
Is that new? Being part god, or like we always?
No, I guess I have always been, but dying sort of awakened that part of me.
Like, if you died again and we brought you back, would you be more of a god than you currently are? Just like a 5 deaths and I'm fully like god powers.
I'm not sure. To tell the truth, I'd rather not try that though.
Look, if you ever get bored someday and you want to test it out, I know people, okay?
I'll keep that in mind. Well, enjoy the rest of your drink.
I've finished it.
Right,
I
do you
said
want
M1.
mine?
Okay. It's bad, but it's alcohol.
Slides it to him.
I just want to walk in at the very end. A bit early for drinking.
Do you want it?
What is it?
Bacon Manhattan.
Space
good.
time,
I've
baby.
had
It's all
mine.
relative.
That sounds terrible.
It's actually is.
Well, let me try it.
There you go. I would pinch your nose. It helps a bit.
Oh god. That's awful.
And pinch your nose. Just-
My sense of smell isn't what it used to be.
Help, kind of.
Just
Help.
help in general.
Help does a kind of
Help.
like help does a double shrug, and I'm just.
I'm sorry. I don't drink.
It's not your fault. Do you have bourbon? Since we're drinking now on the ship.
To whom is that directed?
I guess help.
Oh,
Because he's
Wait.
right there and said that he was involved. Do you know what that is?
I just introduced the like a way for them to produce a synthetic compound of whatever alcohol they need to.
You might want to ask Kitty.
Good job. Do you have bourbon?
What kind would you like?
I say some brand of space bourbon.
I'd like to hear it.
it would have to be Space Kentucky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just whiskey. No, okay, all right. Space Kentucky it is.
I have nothing for you.
I lean over and ask, did something happen to Kitty's voice mod?
I'm sorry. I think I knocked something while I was in there.
Might want to adjust it just a little bit back.
What do you
No.
what do you want it at? What do you want it at?
Well, what did it sound like before?
Like
they
before?
first-
Before?
Yes, when they first came on the ship. I remember it being
No.
entertaining.
Worse than this.
No. Oh,
Wait. Help wasn't there for that.
Yes.
Wait, no. They were. Damn.
You could tell us
you
anything in
wanna-
the timeline right now, and we'd be like, "Yep."
I know. I think help was there to hear, like... Do you want it back to what Kitty's voice originally was? You sure?
Is it can we just get a sampling?
There's something we can change whenever we want, because this seems fun. You brought this about by
I did.
dial. By
Welcome
having a dial,
to welcome to the best mechanic in the game.
Yeah. Is anyone talking to Kitty?
if it's the test out voices, we'll hand over things to say. Just do a tongue twister, please, Kitty.
Oh, what kind of tongue twister?
There it is.
See, I sort of missed it.
I don't know.
like
I'm
it.
gonna twist a tongue that I don't even have.
I don't know. I sort of like
Can we change it back? This is freaking me out.
the bartender, the mustachioed bartender.
What kind of tongue twister would you like?
Now, see,
Alright, I
that's someone
suppose
who's
this is-
tipped well.
Well, we'll work on the mixing skills later. Maybe Vincent can help it with some upgrades.
I imagine so.
At that moment, Drew, desperate to get out of this scene, calls you all on the intercom.
I think we should just have a meeting and just kind of get some, as we approach this this station, maybe we just kind of get some things out in the open, just get like an assessment of where we're at. I know this is no longer my operation, but I just thought I'd just throw in what I know.
Sounds excellent.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a meeting room?
Ah, yes, the triangle table room.
Right, the triangle
I
table.
thought that was the... Wasn't that called the war room? Are we going to war? Do you guys go
No,
to war
we've-
often?
No.
Always called it the triangle table room.
Yeah, we never called it the war room. I suppose we could.
Okay. Are we going to war?
Not today.
I don't think so.
We can call it the unfair ping pong table room.
Let's go up to the TTR.
Mm-hmm.
TTR. As you get in there, I'm gonna change the music because is this the music I want? No, I want this one. Drew regards you all.
So, I think it's important that we all just go over everything that we know for right now. We know that the old ones are stuck in Yuval sector, but we don't know for how long. We know that the thing that brought them back was one of those remnant keys. We know that the thing that exiled them in the first place were the remnant keys. We know there are 3 of them. We know one you lost. There
I'd
are
say
2
was
others.
lost, but continue.
No judges. No judges from this side of the table. From the hypotenuse, no judgment. there were 3 keys given to each of the 3 demon lords, right? You
Right.
told me what their names were. We got Volhai, Korhal, and Vashta. You all tell me that you killed Korhal, right?
Yes. Coal's gone.
And when Roshel died, that remnant was lost. Or what happened there, really?
I believe it was taken by this is Sean forgetting her name.
Vashta.
Vashta. Part of the arrangement was Vashta took the key upon purging it.
So, we know for sure that Vashta has one of the keys. And depending on which one was lost, she may have 2 or just 1. Maybe the other one's Volhai's still. The way I see it, if we're gonna get rid of the old ones, we've got to get one or both of those keys. So we got to get to them. We know Vashta has one. How do we get to them? How did you all get to Korhal?
How did we get to Gorhal?
Well, we don't have the same sort of connection to Vashta that we did to Coal.
Then we may need to find a connection.
Well, we know Korhal had your order as sort of their servants. The Volhai has their children. I assume Vashta has their own.
She has to have
cult following.
something.
Okay. That's a good place to start. We can find out who might be legion towards her.
Find a connection. Trace it back to her somehow. This has to be some magic we could use to transport ourselves to her.
Yeah, I think I was talking with Vincent earlier and said there was a portal that y'all used to get to Korhal. Something about a golden door. It's the one that fucked his wings up, something like that.
That sounds
Can
familiar.
I say fucked around Jesus? I don't know.
He doesn't care.
Please, Jesus is my cousin.
Sorry, Roshel, Space Roshel. Some kind of golden door, something like that. A gate or something.
Something like that.
It feels like it's been 2 years at this point. I
Yeah, something like
have
that. I know.
very little memory. What leading up to that?
Is there? So it seems to me we gotta find another one of those. Something for hers. Or Volhai's, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like suggest nothing that's gonna get you all in trouble. But like, you know, we
No,
can either
sort of
go
have-
straight for Vashta, but I mean, I don't know. Like like maybe Volhai. I mean, if we find Volhai, maybe Volhai knows where Vashta is. I'm just throwing things out there, different options.
Well, we
I
know
know that-
about Volhai's children. Sure, we could find one.
That's one option. The only concern is that Vashta, we know, has at least one of the keys at this point. We aren't sure if Volhai has one.
He might know where she is. That's the risk.
There's another possibility. This one's a little far-fetched, but based on what I've heard from everything that you all have gone through, based on what I've read, the way to get to wherever these people are, seems like it involves some sort of planar tunnels or some sort of like using. I read it earlier. The ladders of heaven, what they call it.
Yes.
Look, I'm speaking a little bit out of my depth, so please, apologies. I'm not. I don't like making inferences when I don't have data to support it. What I know from Red, that the reason that the gods were able to move around the universe back in the day because they found the angels that lived in the lattice of heaven, right? Lived in those kind of planar energies that connected everything. And I'm sorry to say, I think Vincent has some sort of weird fucking connection to that. I don't know what that is. But from what Vincent has told me about, every time they got close to like some of those portals, it had a weird effect on him. And I don't know what that means, but I feel like there's a connection worth pursuing as well. Maybe the more you learn about whatever it is that Vincent is, that might help you as well.
That sounds like more of a lead than we have right now. So, perhaps so. I mean, see if we can uncover any more information about Vincent's origins and use that to travel to where Vashta is.
Well, I know he's been doing some searching, so.
All right.
It's weird talking about him behind his back. I mean, he's like been flying the ship the whole time. I feel weird talking about it. I just thought I wouldn't bring it to your attention first before we brought him into it, because I don't want him to feel any pressure or anything like socially, like I should get to solve our problems or nothing. So I just, like, just think about it. I don't want to just drop it on his lap or nothing. I also, please don't tell him that I said all this stuff behind his back or anything. I just, really wanted to. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. I'm just doing the best I can.
Right.
This is my first operation that I've ever run, so I'm just doing my best here.
You're doing great. We will speak with Vincent on it. I don't think he'll mind. He seems busy. But I think that sounds like a good plan. I don't really know where that leaves us starting at this point, but...
Well, I don't know. We'll talk to Vincent soon. Maybe they were... I don't know.
I do know that I have some ability to move within or among planes, or to move us in that way, but I don't even know where we would begin. Plus, I have to have some sort of connection to it, a very physical connection to it, so going someplace that I'm not sure of would be difficult.
Well, if we can ask Vincent. If we know Pace has been hunting down the children. Both places to start.
I can try to track her down. See if she knows something. Just whatever you want to do, I can help send out feelers and we can go to the next thing.
Either way, we should start. We're wasting time.
Yes, sir.
Elsewhere in the galaxy, light years, perhaps light centuries away, in another corner of space, you see the stars, you see swirling nebula, stellar nurseries. Then dozens of tiny little black marks amidst the light that grow steadily larger. As several small purple cylindrical ships began crossing the expanse. And looking closer at one of these objects hurtling through space, closer to it, this purple pod. Inside, a writhing, tentacled creature swirls. And that's where we'll end it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. But for this game, but for the next game of Neon Souls, that's going to be tomorrow, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much to Sean and Savannah and Barry for joining me tonight. It's been a lovely game, and I will say to all of you in chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And without further talking, good game and good night, internet. Take care.